Hi everyone, this is Selena Kraus and welcome to another card video. In this video I'm featuring a couple of the new products from LDRS Creative. That's the new stamp set, Americana, along with the border dies, the Sweet Village border dies, and a paper pack that was from the previous Creativation release Sweet Celebration. So let's get started. I'm using a panel of white cardstock and we'll die cut that house border die. So by magic of YouTube, I've already die cut that. And the panel I used was 5.5 by 4.25. But then I will go ahead and trim that to be a little bit narrower. However, before I go to that step, I will create my card base that's from white cardstock. And next I'm cutting a panel from the pattern paper to be the same size as the front of my card. That's 4.25 by 5.5. And I'm trimming that border part of the cardstock down to 3.5 inches wide, and I'll leave the width the same. So because we'll have that pattern paper being visible only from the side, not the top and bottom. So now we have all those layers there, and we'll stamp the truck from Americana stamp set. And I'm using the hybrid Raven ink. I'm stamping a couple times to have nice and even coverage. So I decided to do it twice and to have stamp image for future use. Next I'm gonna go ahead and color the truck. I'm using some alcohol based markers. So I'm just coloring first with the darkest tone, then I'm moving to the medium, and then the lightest to blend all those colors. So I'm kind of speeding up here so you're not bored from my coloring. There's no rocket science in the coloring. It's very simple blending of three shades of turquoise blue. So I'm kind of finishing it down here, and then I'll go ahead color that window along with the wheels of the truck. So I'm using ice blue and some gray. And then using blender pen, I'll just add some highlights. It kind of acts like a color lifter. So here I decided that I wanted to stamp the crate on the box on back of the pickup truck. Again, I'm going with that hybrid Raven ink. And then I decided to do flowers. However, I remembered later on, you will notice that I will cut those out. I remember I was making masculine cards, so the flowers were not really appropriate. So I just left that crate empty when I cut down the pickup truck. So next I'll go ahead and color the crate and the flowers. And I'll just do brown and then green and purples and pinks for the flowers. And yellow. Again, there's no rocket science in my coloring. I'm just blending three colors, three shades of light brown here, of tan brown. And then I will go ahead and color the flowers. So I'm just adding the yellow circles, centers of the flowers, coloring the leaves with green. So I'm kind of blending here all those colors. Then purple and pink for the flowers. So this finishes the coloring here, and in the next step I'll just cut out the not the trunk but the truck. So here you notice how I'm chopping off those flowers. So I'm kind of speeding up here, so you don't watch me half an hour cutting this pickup truck. So I'm positioning onto that panel with the border die. Next I'm marking where that front piece, the edges kind of where that border matches the bottom piece. So I am doing some ink blending. This was for the purpose that I make sure that the yellow starts below that line, so there's no empty white space when you see from the back of from the top actually, through that border. So next I'm positioning the track where I want it to be, and I'll stamp the sentiment saying you are classic. I'm using that Raven hybrid ink. I'm gonna stamp a couple times so I have nice coverage. And the next step, what is left is to assemble the card. So to adhere that house layer, I'm using some mounting tape, and I'll adhere it onto the ink blended layer. Next I'll adhere the truck using again the same foam mounting tape. And what is left now is to assemble the card. So I'm using some tape runner to adhere that pattern piece of paper from Sweet Celebration onto my note card, and then I'll adhere the panel with the car and the sentiment. So here's a quick look of the card. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As well, visit my blog for more inspiration and more ideas. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in another video. Bye!